Hey everybody, I'm here. I'm just setting up. There we go. Hello. I hope everyone had a fantastic week. Doing things a little different today. I have the whiteboard going teacher mode into you. So, welcome to Follow Up Friday. I hope everyone tuned in on Tuesday with Dr. Kate at the Flourish Wellness Studio, the chiropractor. We talked a lot about healthy guts and getting healthy with vitamins and minerals and the tests that she offers. So today is our Follow-Up Friday, what's going on in the real estate world. I had a really cool call this week from a good friend of mine I've known for a long time who's using another realtor. Oh my, why would she call me? It made me think a lot about the misunderstanding in real estate that we don't work together. So I did have some topics I pulled out, and you're not going to be able to probably read them real well, but it was to help me stay on track. I get so excited with talking to you. I guess sometimes I ramble and lose that track of where I'm going. So Follow Up Friday today, in my camo, the topic is don't hide. So don't hide from me or another friend or acquaintance that is in the real estate world, maybe in the business world, because you're afraid you're going to offend or scare them away. So get the camo gear, right? Bring it back to my roots, good old Fayette County. Don't hide. I was so honored that this friend called me. She is buying a home. She is working with a different realtor because it's a different location, or I probably would have been on her case a little bit more. I'm just kidding. But she was asking me about the process. And I love buyers. It is one of my favorite things about real estate. First-time home buyers, fourth time buying a house. I sit down with my buyers for a good hour and go over the process, what to expect. I give you a little bit of information about a lot of things. So as the process goes along, you have an expectation of what's going to be there, and then terms that happen that will come back up that you've said, oh, okay, we already talked about that. So when this friend of mine called me, I kind of made sure to say in the fine print, you know, your realtor might do something different, and that's okay. But here's what I do, and this is what I would hope you could get from this experience. So don't hide. Reach out. Call me if you have a question. Call and double check that your realtor is doing something or you're not sure, or talk to them. Don't hide even when you're working with them. Say, look, a friend of mine posted about this, and we're not talking about that. Don't hide from the questions. Be out there, be bold. Buying a home is a big step. It's a huge investment. It's intense, but it should be enjoyable, and it's a process. So don't hide. Going back, teacher mode, right? Work towards the same goal. So I am putting a little hunting analogy on things, right? So we're hunting for a home. Some of you know I used to be a private investigator back in the glory days. And that's one thing I love about real estate. It's that drive. It's that hunt for the perfect house or the perfect buyer for the home that I'm selling for my clients. So we're working towards the same goal. I think another misconception that comes up in real estate is that buyers and sellers can't work together, their agents at least. And you might run into someone that's like, oh, that agent, yeah. That's not me, and that's most part not most realtors. Every deal that you work on, we all have the same goal. It's like when you're on a hunt and someone chases, this is for some of my friends back home, right, that they're chasing the deer up over the mountain so you can get the shot. That they're stirring up whatever animal it is so that you get the shot. You're working together for that hunt, all to get the same kill. And in real estate, it's similar. Your agent and myself, or if I'm representing both ends, your inspector, myself, the bank and myself, we're all working towards the same kill, and that is to get you in your home or sell your home. So we should be on the same page. We should be excited about working together, and we'll hit hurdles, and there might be frustration. We might have a disagreement or a different perspective, like I'm going to work a little harder for my client because I'm seeing it from their view. But I always make sure my clients can put themselves in the other person's shoes, the seller or the buyer. You have to be able to step back and say, in the end, we all want to make this deal work. Whether it's negotiating the price of the home, negotiating through inspections, an issue with an appraisal, that all of us have the same goal, which is to get the house sold and the buyer to get the new home. So we're all working towards that same goal. So get that misconception out that we can't work together. And I'm going to take it back to a little Duck Dynasty. Yes, I'm in camo. Now I'm talking about Duck Dynasty. The country girl is coming out today. I love Duck Dynasty, the Robertson family. I think they are fantastic. Their faith is great. And obviously most of you know that's a big part of my life. But we all eat like they do at the end of every show and share in the end. So again, in the end of this, we're all going to sit down and enjoy that kill together. We're all going to sit down at that end table, that transaction, at the closing table, and hopefully say, you know what, this was fantastic. What a great process. Yes, we hit this bump. Yes, we hit this bump. But wow, like we made it through and we're enjoying that process together. The sellers are walking away happy because they got the price they wanted and they feel closure. The buyers are walking away because they're excited that there's a long road ahead. Now we have to move all our furniture, but we have this new home to go into. So in the end, we all eat and share in the end. We're all sharing that process together. And I think that a lot of people have to remember that's what's important. The end goal, the end result is that the buyers and the sellers both met what their expectations were set in the beginning. And I said, like, it might be up and down. So this follow-up Friday is really about the process with real estate. It's the process of don't hide. Don't be afraid to call me. You have been reaching out to me. Anything from, hey, what about that house that you talked about last week? I had someone call me, and first of all, they started with, why are you sharing someone else's listing? As far as, I said, because, first of all, they get credit. That listing agent deserves 100% credit for their home. That's their house that they're selling for their client. I'm not going to take credit for that. That's for them. But again, we're working towards the same goal. I want people to know that that house is out there. I'm not doing it selfishly. I mean, I'd love to be the buyer's agent for you if you're interested in one of the houses that I mentioned. Maybe you'll call as that agent later and say, hey, Frenchie has this house listed. Go check her out. But again, the end goal is that we're buying and selling homes. And obviously my heart is on my sleeve a little bit more. It's not just business driven. I do think it's important that we share the successes of other people, hence featured by Frenchie and featuring other businesses. There is so much excitement in doing that. So that was the calls, some of the call I was getting. Why are you sure? Because that house needs to be exposed, and I would love to represent a buyer for one of those homes in Allison Park that I mentioned last week, or any home that I would mention from another listing agent. Beyond that, you're reaching out to ask more questions about the businesses that I've mentioned. A lot of people want to get 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 views on every video. My goal is one. My goal is one. And do you want to know why? It's because I only need to reach one person, because there's only that one person that might need to hear it that day. So for my girlfriend that called and we spent an hour on the phone about her process coming up with buying a home, at some point, I'm sure she saw, I mean, our families know each other, but she saw on my Facebook, Frenchie's back at this, going a little wild with businesses. And I talk about buyers a lot because I enjoy that side. I enjoy my listings, the excitement, but I just need to reach one of you. I need one of you to say, oh my goodness, I am having hormones problems. I need to go back to Tuesday and check out Dr. Kate and see what she's offering at Flourish Wellness, because one of you saw that video. One of you saw the Sew Me video at the artisan shop, and you need to go find that really cool gift for somebody. There's so much coming up. Men, hang in there with me, because there's some really cool things that'll be in your closet of things that you'd be interested in. Maybe a cigar bar, maybe a brewery, hardware store. So guys, this isn't just for the ladies. The first few videos might feel that way, but it's just what's falling into place. So I've really enjoyed this. Please reach out to me. Don't hide. Don't wear the camo and blend in. Okay, well, wear the camo. I love my camo. Wear your camo. But reach out if it's any question. If you're already in a transaction, don't hide and say, oh, I can't tell Frenchie I'm buying a house. Please tell me. I love talking about it. It's exciting. And I'm in this with you. I would love for something to go along and me to add to it. In the same regard, I hope if you work with me and you're a little nervous about something, call somebody. I know you all call your parents when that first-time buyer, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, and you call mom and dad, should I do this? It's the same thing with your realtor friend. If you're in that transaction with somebody and you're a little nervous or you have a question, ask. I'm not going to throw darts at you for working with another realtor. I mean, it might not be the best realtor in case. No, but honestly, I have referrals if you're not in Pittsburgh, if you're not from this area and you're out of state, and of course you want to work with Frenchie, call me. I'll find you a realtor in your state. Texas, I know I have some there. North Carolina, Florida. Those are a few states that I personally know, handshake, and smiled at the people face to face. It's not a Google search. I think I have one in Colorado. I have one in California. So there are some people that I actually have actual relationships with that I can send your way. Ohio, I have 3 or 4 in Ohio. Might be expanding my license at some point, but for right now, I'll find you that realtor if it can't be with Frenchie. So I love you guys. Keep tuning in for the follow-up Fridays. Remember, the concept for this week is to not hide. We're all working together. I love my little whiteboard. I feel like such a teacher. Today, we all eat and shine, Duck Dynasty, all eat and share together for what the goal is in our business, and that is to find you a home, to enjoy that transaction and that situation going through and that experience. If you're buying or selling a home, call me. Let's talk about it. If you're working with another agent, give them the benefit of the doubt that they're doing the best they can with the other agent and talk to them about it. Ask the questions. Don't be going out. I'm yelling timber. You better move. Sorry guys, that's what happens when you're live. You get phone calls. Phone calls. But I love what I do. You will too. Keep following up on Friday with me. Have a blessed day. Tune in next Tuesday. We have another good one featured by Frenchie Business coming. Thanks, guys.